Today we're taking a look at these NCAAF matches, which are happening on Saturday, September 10, 2022. And giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 360 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Army Black Knights vs Utah San Antonio Roadrunners. The UTSA offense led by quarterback Frank Harris will be too much for the Army defense to contain on Saturday. UTSA had a very good shot at upsetting Houston in the opening game of the season, and although the defense for the Roadrunners gave up far too much, the offense made up for that and will take care of business on Saturday by rolling up big yardage on Army's defense both on the ground and through the air. Our team pick is UTSA Roadrunners minus 1.5 runs. UTSA quarterback Frank Harris has passed for 337 yards with 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. The leading rusher is Harris with 63 yards and 1 touchdown, while the leading receiver is Joshua Cephas with 106 yards and 1 touchdown reception. Dadrian Taylor is the leading tackler with 10 and Brandon Brown is the leader in quarterback sacks with 1.5. Army is 0-1 following its disappointing 38-28 loss to Coastal Carolina on Saturday night in the season opener for each team. Army gained 344 yards of total offense, but the Black Knights gave up 437 yards of total offense to the Chanticleers. Army had only 11 first downs to 30 for Coastal Carolina. Army was within 3 points midway through the fourth quarter, but gave up a final touchdown to lose by 10. Army quarterback Cade Ballard has passed for 88 yards and 1 touchdown, while Tyler Tyler has passed for 54 yards with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Tyrell Robinson is the leading rusher with 135 yards and 1 touchdown, while the leading receiver is Brahim Murphy with 73 yards and 1 touchdown reception. Markel Broughton is the leading tackler with 12. Our total pick is under 54 points. Duke vs Northwestern. Through the first game of the regular season, Riley Leonard has passed for 328 yards with 2 touchdowns. Leonard is also the leading rusher with 64 yards, while Jalen Coleman has 43 yards rushing and 1 touchdown. Jalen Calhoun is the leading receiver with 90 yards. Northwestern is 1-0 following its 31-28 victory over Nebraska last Saturday. Northwestern's offense gained 528 yards, but the Wildcats turned the ball over once. Northwestern's defense gave up far too much, allowing the Cornhuskers 465 yards of total offense, but were helped as Nebraska was careless with the ball, turning it over 3 times. Through the first game of the regular season, Ryan Helinski has passed for 314 yards with 2 touchdowns, while the leading rusher is Evan Hull with 119 yards and 1 touchdown, and Cam Porter has 94 yards rushing and 1 touchdown. Malik Washington is the leading receiver with 97 yards. On defense, Bryce Gallagher is the leading tackler with 10, while Xander Mueller is the leader in quarterback sacks with 5.0. Duke opened the season with a convincing 30-0 victory over Temple, but will be facing a Northwestern squad that is coming off a win over Nebraska and will be a far better opponent than Temple for Duke. Duke has failed to cover the number in 6 of its last 7, and the Blue Devils have lost 8 of the last 9 straight up. Northwestern has covered the number in 7 of its last 9 played at home on a Saturday. Our team pick is Northwestern Wildcats minus 10 points. Duke was impressive in their 30-0 Week 1 win over the Temple Owls. The Blue Devils put up 500 total yards of offense and could have scored more if they had chosen to stay aggressive late in this one-sided affair. Duke has a new coach this year in Mike Elko, who has had success as a defensive coordinator at Wake Forest and Notre Dame. The Blue Devils were strong in their Week 1 opener, albeit against weaker competition. Northwestern was a heavy dog against the Huskers last week, but the Wildcats were able to get an impressive 31-28 season opening victory. Northwestern looked solid on both sides of the ball in Week 1 against a Nebraska team that is much more talented than what they will see in Duke this week. Starting quarterback Ryan Helinski threw for over 300 yards. The junior also completed over 70% of his passes. Duke has a new quarterback and the Blue Devils lost a number of receivers from last year, but Riley Leonard looked good Week 1 and the offensive line returns most starters from last year. The defense is young on the back end, but Duke has plenty of experience up front with their defensive line and linebacking corporation. Northwestern has been solid off of bad seasons over the last 4 years, and the Wildcats are coming off a disappointing 2021 campaign. This year Northwestern has a new quarterback and an experienced defensive line. The Wildcats also use the transfer portal to improve their defensive line, and their secondary should be strong. There is supposed to be 8-mile-per-hour winds on Saturday, and that could impact the passing game. This should be a close game, and both teams will also likely want to be more conservative to ensure they don't beat themselves. This game should go under the total of 58 points. Our total pick is under 58 runs. Kansas State Wildcats vs Missouri Tigers. Through the first game of the regular season, quarterback Brady Cook has passed for 201 yards with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. The leading rusher is Nathaniel Pete with 72 yards and 1 touchdown, while Cody Schrader has rushed for 70 yards and 1 touchdown and Cook has 61 yards rushing and 1 touchdown. The leading receiver is Dominic Lovett with 76 yards. Kansas State is 1-0 following its 34-0 victory over South Dakota on Saturday. The Wildcats gained 392 yards of total offense and held South Dakota to 270 yards of total offense and forced the Coyotes to turn the ball over once. Kansas State passed for only 95 yards, but the Wildcats' running game amassed 297 yards on the ground with 4 touchdowns. Adrian Martinez has passed for 53 yards, while Jack Rubley has passed for 42 yards. The Tigers have the weapons in place, starting with the rise of QB Brady Cook. The running game has various options, and superstar freshman Luther Burden showed off his potential with a touchdown rushing and receiving in the 52-24 win over Louisiana Tech. Martinez was terrific with a very short passing game in the 34-0 win over South Dakota. Deuce Vaughn ran for 126 yards and a score, and the offense ran at will. It doesn't have the passing game to keep up if Missouri gets the offense rolling right away, but Martinez should be able to do a little of everything to keep the chains moving on the Mizzou linebackers. The Bulldogs of La Tech might be all about the passing game now, but it was still an impressive performance by the Tiger D, allowing just 11 rushing yards helped by 4 sacks and 9 tackles for loss. Deuce Vaughn is the leading rusher for Kansas State with 126 yards and 1 touchdown, while the leading receiver is Will Swanson with 23 yards. On defense, Austin Moore is the leading tackler with 5 and 4 other players have 1.0 quarterback sacks each. Sincere Mason leads the Wildcats with 1 interception. Our team pick is Kansas State Wildcats for the win. Missouri struggles on the road as the Tigers have failed to cover the number in 11 of the last 13 away from home, but the play here is under. The under has cashed in 4 of Missouri's last 6 as well as in 7 of the last 8 games that the Tigers have played against an opponent from the Big 12. Kansas State has seen the under cash in 6 of the last 8 overall as well as in 4 of the last 6 played in Week 2. Our total pick is under 55.5 points.